This software started out as a simple mass URL shortener. We all know the reasons why you want to take long URLs and put them down into short URLs. There's several SEO reasons that are very compelling in those regards. But so over time, it's simply evolved into much more. So I'm going to walk you through everything that this software does. And we'll start out with its initial core level functionality, which is to take long URLs, turn them short. So I have a list of URLs here. Click my run button. And we're just going to watch this progress all the way through. Now this thing will reach up to about 90% pretty quickly, and then you'll experience a delay, and that delay is going to depend directly on how many URLs you have here. And it doesn't take long overall, so we just wait it out. As you see, once it finishes, it displays all of your new short URLs right over here in this side. And then of course you can just copy those and paste them wherever you want to. That is the original primary function of the software. But now let's look at some other things that have been built in over time. We'll say that you want to see what your own, some particular short link you have is, or even if you go get an email with a short link, or go to a web page and it has a short link and you want to see what's behind that link, in other words, what actual domain URL that's going to, but then you can just take that link and pop it in here to decode. And it shows us what it decoded, and then goes ahead and opens up a text box in case you need to copy that for some reason. And it gives you the URL that it decoded and the URL that it goes to if you click that link. Now the next thing was a keyword HTML link generator. There are times when you may want to take all of these links and make them into a URL. For example, if you were making a sitemap in order to get it crawled, paste your keywords in. In this list, it had 91 URLs, and there those are, all ready to just be copied and pasted right into HTML. And now you've got all your links that are keyword targeted and ready to be crawled. Now sometimes you want to take a single URL and make a duplicate. So we enter the single URL that we want to have duplicates of, and then we set this to however many we want. And we're going to set it to 145 this time. We're going to tell it to create those duplicates. Same as before, it'll hit 90, and then it'll take a little while. So once it processes, now it gives you your full list, and every single one of these links goes to whatever primary location you had told it to before. So you just have a lot of duplicate links, but of course now they're individual links because of the way the software handles it. Now if you run into a situation to where, for example, you've ran it and you're not getting the results that you expected over here, that probably means that Google has tagged your IP address, which is not a big deal at all. It means almost nothing. It's just preventing you from getting your secondary URLs here. So go back over to Tools, just establish a proxy. In other words, put a proxy into it, and you do it in the form of the IP address and then the port. If you have username and password for your proxy, go ahead and enter those. If you don't, you can just leave it blank. Just put in your port, click Establish Proxy, and now when you run the program, it's going to go through your port. So these are a series of few little tools that by themselves it's not a huge deal, but until you run into one of those situations, as all marketers do, to where you're needing little things like this and you never have them, and it just slows you down greatly. It takes forever for you to finish the job. But with software like this, you're able to just pop it open, achieve the end goal, and keep right on trucking on.